How does the Shurangama mantra benefit you in this age of decline? 1. Dissolving the disaster of sudden death and prolonging lifespan. All sentient beings carry a destiny that corresponds to their own karma and retribution. Therefore, one must diligently recite the Shurangama mantra to transform one's negative karma. Nowadays, many young people suffer from sudden strokes and untimely deaths, not just those in middle age as in the past. Sometimes you see children as young as 10 having strokes. Sudden deaths and strokes are forms of sudden disasters. Our lives now are as fragile as lamps flickering in the wind. By reciting the Shurangama mantra daily, the power of disaster elimination in the mantra will dissolve the disaster of sudden death, keeping you safe amidst a world full of suffering, driven by negative karma in this degenerate age. 2. Dissolving the disaster of violent death in wars. The Shurangama mantra, like the Great Compassion mantra, has the power to dissolve the disaster of dying in battle, weapons, war, and vengeance from karmic enemies seeking to kill us. This may seem far-fetched now, but when turmoil and war arise, the importance of this function in the Shurangama mantra will become evident, especially for men. The world is so chaotic now that only diligent practice can bring us peace. 3. Dissolving the disaster of starvation. In the third assembly of the mantra, there is a line, Duose Chabaye, that specifically dissolves the disaster of dying from starvation. Long-term recitation of the Shurangama mantra will naturally dissolve the karma of hunger and poverty in one's fate. The Great Compassion mantra also dissolves the disaster of starvation for those who regularly recite it. In this degenerate age, natural disasters, pandemics, and crises are everywhere, and beings are increasingly afflicted by the karma of hunger. 4. Dissolving the disaster of fire and house fires. Akini Baye is the mantra line of the deity who dissolves fire disasters for those who recite the Shurangama mantra. From now until 2043, the element of fire will surge, so fires breaking out everywhere will be common. Not to mention, the intense energy of fire also makes people's tempers unstable and fuels the fire of anger. The world is at war and growing ever more violent. The scriptures say, if one sows the affinity of the Shurangama mantra, they will have the merit of not drowning in floods or perishing in fires during this dark age. When you recite the Shurangama mantra daily, it also brings blessings to help your family avoid house fires. In the coming years, fire will become even more rampant. 5. Dissolving the disaster of polluted water and toxic winds. Odaka Bayi is the mantra line that dissolves the disaster of toxic winds. Pisha Bayi is the mantra line that dissolves the disaster of polluted, poisonous water. Currently, these disasters are still rare, but in the future, the air and drinking water will become severely polluted, carrying countless seeds of disease. 6. Dissolving the disaster of curses, spells, and malevolent spirits. By diligently reciting the Shurangama mantra daily, you receive blessings from the Buddhas, Dharma protectors, and countless retinues, shielding you from the disasters and misfortunes caused by curses, spells, and disturbances from malevolent spirits. This disaster is becoming more and more common as many people now resort to using magic to harm one another. 7. Generating merit to protect the true Dharma. When the Dharma flourishes, beings are peaceful and well-fed. When the Dharma declines, countless sufferings arise, afflicting beings worldwide. The Shurangama mantra is the essence of the Dharma's essence, a sacred text of heaven and earth that helps the true Dharma endure. In this degenerate age, if you diligently recite the Shurangama mantra, countless disasters and obstacles will be dissolved, dangers will be kept at bay, and you will calmly transcend difficulties with fewer obstacles on your path of cultivation. Those who recite the Shurangama mantra will be reborn in the same place as the Buddhas. To become a Buddha, one must have the merit of protecting the true Dharma, and diligent recitation of the Shurangama mantra is the simplest way to extend the lifespan of the true Dharma. Do not ignore the distant future. There are nearby perils. Everyone should recite the Shurangama mantra diligently for the sake of themselves and the world. For beginners, recite at least 3 full recitations per day and 108 recitations of the Shurangama heart mantra. Gradually increase to 10 full recitations to protect yourself and your family.